Hello, everyone. There is oh my goodness, many times Nigeria just breaks your heart. You just see the different kind of barbaric things that are being done, and you wonder where is our humanity? Where is our religiosity? We practice so much of religion. We say we are religious people, where we seem to be godless people. And I'm talking in terms of the travelers. I think 16 of them that were killed, burnt down, mob justice. And this is what happens in a place where people can just take the laws into their hands and do whatever it is that they want to do. I wonder how people justify death in any way whatsoever. And so, let me just read at this thing. It says mob justice in Edo. I think that should be mob injustice. 16 innocent travelers killed over false accusation. You see this whole Uromi thing. When I first of all started seeing this thing that some kidnappers had been intercepted and they did this thing, that was why there's a particular sort of, like a family friend, someone that my husband had known for quite a while. This is an elderly man. He was in that place. He's late now. He died last year. He died in his sleep. He was in that place in Uromi, and he just saw children who were hawking. I think a child that was hawking, and he just dashed the child money, and that was it. They say he was going to kidnap or do something. Literally, it's only God that saved that man, because he had already poured him petrol, put this in his neck and stuff like that. It's crazy. How do you burn a fellow human being? In what way, in any way, does that in any way make sense to you to feed somebody and burn the person? But let me come and read what is there. In a harrowing display of mob injustice, 16 innocent travelers from northern Nigeria lost their lives in Udune Efandio community of Uromi, Edo State, after being falsely accused of kidnapping. This unfathomable tragedy unfolded on Thursday as an irate mob took the law into their own hands, fueled by false claims and sheer ignorance. Intelligence sources told Zagazola Makama that the victims, primarily Hausa hunters, were en route from Port Harcourt to Kano for the Salah festivities when they were intercepted around 1:30 p.m. by members of the Edo State Security Corps and local vigilantes. The sight of their hunting guns, Dane guns, commonly used in the north, was misinterpreted as a threat. Instead of contacting the police or other security agencies, local vigilantes raised a false alarm which ignited a wave of chaos and violence. The reaction was swift and brutal. Local youths, incited by the unfounded accusation, viciously attacked the travelers, resulting in the tragic loss of 16 lives on the spot. In a grotesque act of barbarism, the mob set the truck ablaze, leaving some bodies trapped inside the vehicle. How do you even do that? And you are hearing human beings like you screaming, their body melting, fire on their body, the same thing like you. And you stand there and listen to that you are doing what? What justice? And for me, the reason why this mob action keeps going on, but people are not punished. Every one of them that participated in that, by the time they go through the law, they are sentenced the same treatment. They are prosecuted in the law. People will stop doing this nonsense. But at the end of the day, they get away with it. People kill, people maim, they get away with it. While some people were taken out on wheelbarrow and thrown, oh my goodness, and thrown inside fire, this gruesome scene only points to a sickening reality of mob justice that has taken root in certain communities. Responsive action from security operatives came too late for the victims. By the time they arrived on the scene, following a distress call, the damage had been done. 4 survivors were rescued and rushed to His Grace Hospital in Uromi for urgent medical treatment. Meanwhile, authorities have confirmed the arrest of 5 suspects. But is this enough? A mere handful of arrests cannot bring back those lost, nor can it alleviate the trauma inflicted on the surviving families. The Hausa community in Uromi held an emergency peace meeting to address the situation and aim to prevent any further reprisal, yet questions linger. Will justice truly be served? The police responsible for maintaining law and order have vowed that law must take its course. and that those responsible for these heinous acts will be brought to justice. But how can trust be restored when justice is often delayed or never served? Public outrage at this incident is palpable, with cries for accountability ringing out across the nation. Many have called for urgent legal action against those involved, as well as heightened public awareness regarding the dangers of mob violence. The specter of extrajudicial killings looms large, threatening national unity and stoking the flames of ethnic tension. Observers and community leaders implore the authorities to enhance law enforcement and improve intelligence sharing among security agencies to prevent such a horrific tragedy from happening again. When will this cycle of violence end? It's high time that justice is prioritized and those who resort to mob action are held accountable for their barbarity. In this dark chapter of Nigerian history, the need for a collective commitment to justice and peace has never been more urgent. The lives lost demand justice, and survivors deserve the assurance that they can live without fear of becoming victims of false accusations and mob brutality. Justice for the 16. Let this tragedy serve as a wake-up call. Enough is enough. There are some videos, I can't even watch the videos. These videos are so barbaric, you understand? And these people need to be taken and punished. We've allowed this thing to go on again and again. I know the most annoying thing out of this whole thing is the way when lives are, when people are killed, issues are politicized in a way. So now, this is in the southern part of Nigeria against the northern and probably Muslim victims. So you find out that people, they are focusing on the religious aspect, they are focusing on these. No, these are human beings like you and I. It doesn't matter what religion they are, it doesn't matter what tribe they are. These are human beings that have been killed and they demand justice. Just the way that you find when killings are done in the northern part of the country against, somehow like Christians, and then they politicize it and turn it to, oh, Christians are being killed. No, Nigerians are being killed. This is what we should focus on. I've just seen the whole thing going on social media about the way it's been taken, and in the angle of religion, in the angle of tribe and all of that. And at the end of the day, the evil people who are perpetrating this are continuing to do it because they know they're going to come under some angle where people are going to relate it to religion or whatever. I don't get it. It's just unbelievable, honestly. It's just crazy. And things need to be done. We need to put a stop to this. This whole thing, nah, this whole thing is crazy. You see the video, you put on fire, and then you begin to go on. Wow. And at the end of the day, if the Nigerian police were those, and the Nigerian legal system was one that people expected justice to happen, people somehow wouldn't be taking the laws into their hand, because there's this thing, belief among Nigerians that, oh, even if you take them to police, they will let them go, and then they take the laws into their hand. Who sends you to take law into their hand beyond even the legal implication? Even for those who believe in God and fear there's going to be a hereafter, who made you judge and jury? Who gave you the power that you're now going on and carrying people and killing someone? Lord have mercy. What kind of human beings are we living with? What kind of beings are these? How do you go from that state where you've actually taken a life in such a gruesome manner, and then you are okay, you are normal, you survive? And that's why I always say that, honestly, Nigeria is just a breeding ground for serial killers, and we just have this whole craziness keep going on. It keeps going, and then generation upon generation, people are just taking it on and going with it. It's just crazy, honestly. It's just so heartbreaking, unbelievable, really sad, and I just hope that justice is served. The perpetrators need to pay for it, and please don't let people should not bring any sentiment and say that they whatever. Nobody gives anybody any right to take the law into your hand, and that is it. Simple as ABC.